Hey, what's up, boys? We're doing the second part too. Well, not really second part. It's a different box. But if you watch my previous video for Jojo and my previous one, so 2 videos, there you go. We're building that momentum. Hopefully they release part 2. And I'm not the biggest fan of part 1, but obviously for continuity's sake, I'd appreciate it. Part 4, I do really like part 4. So kind of surprised they didn't do part 4 over part 6. Well, makes sense. Part 6 is the latest one in the anime. But anyways. And Steel Ball Run, that one I can't wait for it to be animated. Does anyone know when they'll begin animating it? I know it ended like a long time ago, the actual manga, but I think they're still in part 8 from what I know. So kind of interesting, kind of curious how long it'll take to get part 7 going, right? Obviously, I think Netflix might want to keep it because from what I know, part 6 was pretty well received. I don't think it went anything too crazy, but you know, I still think it did pretty good number. Well, hopefully. Maybe that's not I think. Let's just say I hope, right? Let's just phrase it the right way. But I do really hope to see it there. I know that some people don't like the whole how they release episodes, but I'm not going to lie. That's how Bleach is doing it as well. The whole manga, 1,000-Year Blood War adaptation, they're releasing 13 episodes at a time. And we have to wait like 3 months. So it's not something that I get it. It's not for everyone. I know that not everyone likes just being able to binge watch everything in one day and then essentially have to sit around and wait for however long it takes, right? Especially Jojo, I think they were taking like a year in between for the part 6 when they did this, right? So it was obviously a pretty long wait. It's obviously a pretty big deal. And I get it that some people like that hype, right? That like weekly hype. Oh, shit, dude, we're starting off cooking. What the hell? We already have everyone. In case I don't get my favorite ones, you know what? Fuck it. I already have everyone. If I can just get Dio now, I am absolutely cooking in Stardust Crusaders. I'll legit have the entire protagonist down. And the antagonist. But anyways. Yeah, no, I'm very curious to see how you guys feel about it. When they release, how they'll release Steel Ball Run. If they'll pretty much listen to any of the feedback. If anything, I kind of just wish they released it sooner, right? I'm okay with them. I get it. Obviously, the whole weekly thing, it creates discussion and everything. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those people who just kind of hates, just like right now, Bleach. Man, I'm struggling. I just have to wait every single week, and it's like, because anime is so short, right? It's not like TV, where it's like an hour. You usually only get like 20, 30 minutes, and especially, dude, whoa. I'm getting like everything I want right now. Holy shit. I'm getting the final showdown, essentially, which is just insane. This is literally the final battle. I'm getting the portrait of everyone before... Well, if you know, you know who dies. It's Jojo. People die. Get over it. That's something I love about Jojo, but yeah, people die. But yeah, no, I'm very curious how you guys feel about it. Again, I am someone who does like to kind of binge watch, but I get it. I get that it has cons and pros, right? So I'm kind of curious where you guys land. I'm guessing most people are going to land on the weekly thing because I think that's how they used to do when they used to wear like Jojo, right? Like the old season. So I'm guessing people kind of got used to that. They're kind of expecting that and kind of hopefully waiting for Netflix to hopefully listen to them and go back to that. Honestly, I wouldn't be too opposed to it. I wouldn't hate it. Either way, I'm okay with it. I would just probably wait like every 2 weeks, watch 2 episodes at a time. I'm kind of okay with it. I'm pretty good at avoiding spoilers. Obviously, sometimes it is what it is, but other than that, hey, we did get Polnareff. I'll definitely take it. And it's cool that he has the what's it called, the arrow, even though we never see the arrow, technically, in what's it called in part 3, I'm pretty sure, right? So, pretty interesting. Obviously, foreshadowing to part 5. If you know, you know. Well, I kind of already spoiled that he appears in part 5, so shit. And it should just go all the way. But yeah, obviously, foreshadowing his whole ordeal. Very, very nice. We got Dio. Look at that. Final attack Dio. Obviously, the whole pile driver thing. Hey, we got Kakyoin. Very, very cool. Super cool power. Super interesting. Kind of feel like he was underutilized. I feel like that's all anime though. Like whenever they have a small antagonist join the protagonist, when it's like their episode of the week, they're fucking crazy, right? Like everyone's like lacing them up. They're like, dude, this could like end the world if he wanted to. And once they join the protagonist team, it's like, dude, they get taken out all the time. They don't do anything. They like rarely do anything. I'm not gonna say he didn't do anything because he did. He definitely had his moments, but I mean, come on. I just hate that about animes. I feel like it's so inconsistent. I get it. Obviously, you kind of have to let your protagonist shine, and for that, you kind of have to take away a little bit, especially if you're going to have everyone in the same group, right? It's not like they're splitting up. So, or when they do is when they shine. And that's when we get cool moments like Polnareff versus, I think, his whole horse. And obviously the man in the mirror. I think that's pretty cool. Like those little moments, right, of individuality. Yeah, very nice. Probably my second favorite villain of part 3, I would say. I think the third one probably go to the blind guy. I think his name, I forget his name, but the one who can control like a little water. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a pretty unique power. And then obviously we have Vanilla Eyes. Speaking of unique powers, holy shit, the dude can literally just turn into a pinball that eats space. That is absolutely terrifying if you think about it. And I love how they made it actually so like visceral, right? Like he's ripping Polnareff's like toes. He's killing Iggy. I mean, he essentially killed Iggy and Abdul. All this crazy shit, right? Like he leaves his arms and stuff. I love that they actually left that in instead of just, oh, well, he got sucked into a black hole. Like it actually shows that that brutality of it, right? So, all right, final pack. Can we get anything? Can we get Jotaro? Let's fucking go. You know what? We didn't get Dio. Technically, Dio on his own. So, well, I mean, I guess, right? If you want to count it that way. But we unfortunately didn't get Dio on his own. But you know what? We got Jotaro. We got Final Showdown, Dio, and the World. So it's kind of a 2-for-1. Then we get, because yeah, this one's, they don't have his stand. So if I maybe had gotten a Dio card, maybe he wouldn't have his stand. So I'm kind of happy that this one shows Star Platinum and the World, actually. Look at that. Look at those. Dude, I love the foil in these. So yeah, you might be asking yourself, if you didn't see my first video, my Stone Ocean video, what the hell just happened? Why was there only 6 packs? Are you going to open that other one? And no, the answer is no. If you guys are interested, though, for a part 2, screw it. I'll definitely do I'm thinking of either combining a Stone Ocean and Stardust Crusaders, since, again, they're only 6 packs, right? So I think we can do a little part 2 combined. Or if there's enough interest in one or the other, if you guys, for some reason, just despise the Stone Ocean video, but for some reason resonate with this one, and shit, I'll just do a part 2 for this one, right? Maybe I can do 2 boxes or something. But I kind of want to have one for my collection. Sorry. If you can see a lot of the stuff here, I know that's probably an elephant in the room. It's that time of the year. It was Black Friday, so I kind of went crazy with some of the stuff. For my personal collection, I'm not going to open most of these, to be quite honest, in video. Most of these are just going to go towards my collection. Some of them are actually going to be featured in the walls. So, hey, definitely stay tuned for that. Definitely keep an eye out for those, for the Weiss ones if you're into Weiss. Let me know what you think about the 6-pack versus the usual Weiss is 16. Well, the Jojo one, the golden one, was 20. But usually modern Weiss boxes are actually 16. So what do you think going from 16 to only 6 packs? However, you have to think about it. Obviously, I think these sets are definitely the collector sets, right? Like if you think about it, these sets are, oh yeah, let's do a top 5 really quick as well. We can just do it while we talk about this, but if you think about it, these are like full-on collector sets. You have to think about how miserable of an experience this would be for a player to open. They are so... There's no rarities, first of all. There's only the Jojo rares and normal cards. That's it. Or SPs. I think you can also get SPs technically, but that's it. So you're going to have to essentially buy so many boxes if you want play sets. Or realistically speaking, you're going to have to buy a bunch. And I just can't imagine there's a lot of cards. Like, yeah, look, there's 60 cards. So that's not that many cards. So I can't imagine there's a lot of variety. So I definitely see these sets as just being much, much more so the collector heavy ones, right? The boxes are very to the point. They're giving you a lot of Jojo rares, which guess what? Is kind of what people want in these. In the Avatar set, people wanted Avatar rares. Obviously, SPs being what everyone wants, but realistically speaking, there has to be a chase card. So they're not just going to give you a bunch of SPs. So it's cool that they're giving you these unique rarity ones much more upfront. So if you're interested in just collecting cool cards, maybe you're not too worried about possibly the value of getting these insane ones. Obviously, you can get lucky. I'm not saying you can't. Obviously, that's always going to be a possibility. Hey, there's always a possibility in a scratch ticket. So technically, that's always going to be a thing, right? So you're always going to have a chance to get that $200 card, that $100 card. However, if you're looking at the list of Jojo rares, for the most part, they're going to be much cheaper than the ones than the unique rarity ones you'll see in other, because obviously you're getting much more, right? So it just depends what you're looking for. Again, I kind of touched on this in my first video, but kind of just wanted to, again, emphasize it a bit more because, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people are just going to see a 6-pack and they're going to say, what? It's a sham. we're getting scammed. When in reality, it's a different type of product, right? Obviously, again, if you're much more so just a player, I can definitely understand why you would be upset. I mean, realistically speaking, think about this, right? We're getting 6 packs times 3. You're getting 18 cards. 6 out of those are going to be JoJo rares. So you're only getting 12 unique cards out of 60. You're going to have to spend so much money either on, realistically speaking, the singles I don't think are going to be too expensive, but you're going to have to buy essentially a whole playlist, the whole play sets, right? You're very rarely going to get, unless you get a bunch of boxes, it's just going to be a miserable experience. So I definitely understand if you're a player, maybe you're not a big fan of these, but more so from a collector, and which is more so what I am, is something that I can definitely see being pretty cool for some people and being something that they can alternate between, right? Like some sets make it more collector, some sets make it more player. Just don't ignore one or the other, right? I think that's the balance we kind of should strive for. But all right, let's do a top 5. Number 1, it has to be Destiny of the Joestar family. I mean, just look at it. It's trademark, for God's sake. You already know this shit's fire. It looks so cool. Did you have the world obviously duking out with Star Platinum? The final battle of Stardust Crusaders. Very, very cool. Obviously, at the end, when pretty much everyone dies except Polnar. If you say spoilers, I mean, Jesus Christ, it's so old at this point. And then, of course, we had to have a shout out to the picture. I think Polnareff is the one who has it, or no, I think it's Jotaro, the one who ends up keeping it, right? The picture. So, obviously, you have the whole squad. You have Iggy, Polnareff, what's it called? Joseph. I really was about to call him Jojo when we have 2 Jojos technically. So we have Jotaro, Joseph, Kakyuin, and then Abdul. So obviously we have our boys. Man, I love that season. I just wish you could trim the first part, right? Like the first half. God, that villain of the week thing. Like for the first 5 times, you're like, okay, they're exploring, they're recruiting new people, they're exploring their abilities. Fine, right? That's cool. Everyone gets a little moment to shine, whatever. But then when you extend it to like 20 something episodes, it's like, God damn, bro. Like, can we just get to the meat of the bones? Can we just get closer to deal? And once we finally do, once those fights, obviously the new set of enemies that we get introduced in Egypt, they actually serve a more so purpose to progress the story, right? So that's why I like that second part much more, even though realistically speaking, you can look at it as still kind of like, oh, you're still facing this X amount of villains. Realistically speaking, I think they do a much better job of incorporating them into the story itself and into the plot, so it actually moves forward with it, right? With each battle, my opinion. Again, let me know what you think of Stardust Crusader. I know a lot of people are probably going to like it. I know a lot of people might not agree with my opinion, but hey, that's just my opinion, right? Number 3 is going to be Jotaro, hey, the protagonist of Stardust Crusaders. Then number 4, I was going to say 2. Number 4 is going to be Dio's number 2, Vanilla Ice. Very, very cool. And then we have to give a shout out. Honestly, these 2 are kind of interchangeable, but you know what? Polnareff survives, so screw it. We have to give an edge to Polnareff, and then a shout out in memoriam to our boy Kakyuin. And that's cool. He's doing the quote, the 20 meter. The only reason, obviously, I don't know Japanese. The only reason I know is because of the 20 and Dio. So that's pretty cool. He's doing the reference when he does the whole radius. I forgot the name of the technique, the emerald barrier, whatever. And he's doing like, oh, you have all these 20 meters. You can't move a muscle without me knowing what you're doing. And he just gets absolutely destroyed. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you're interested for part 2. If you're interested for more, obviously, either Storm Ocean or Stardust Crusader. If you like 2 separate videos, if you like the one video together, hey, let me know. Show support, and hopefully I'll see you for more Weiss Schwarz. If they do more Jojo, definitely stay tuned. Again, just keep a reminder, these are 6 packs in case you're going to buy. It's going to be a very short experience, but you're getting more of the collectible cards. So just up to you what you like, right? So shop carefully. See you around, and hey, take care.